guest. If you're watching me for the first time, you are highly welcome. This is the place for separating facts from the fiction, the science from the superstition, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I am going to be talking about the spiritual symbolism of catfish. If you are familiar with this fish, you will know that it's something that is very popular in the world today, and people eat it a lot. And there are also still some people that do not eat it for very good reasons. Today, I want to talk about the spiritual significance of catfish. And recently, just last week, during this recent presidential election, Joe Biden, in his campaign train, went to the house of a black man and he bought catfish in order to canvass vote from this black man. The only thing he could buy out of all the meats, all the fish in the world was catfish. And of course, he asked this black person to share a meal with him. Both of them ate catfish together in America just last week. This is the reason I'm doing this video. So why catfish? In Africa, in Nigeria, in West Africa, we have this fish. People eat it. We do fish farming. People eat it regularly. It's good fish. It tastes good. I eat it sometimes. But this is a fish that is known as a bottom dweller. The spiritual symbolism of the catfish is struggle and poverty. Okay, this is the spiritual symbolism. We have different symbolism for different elements and different animals. In African spirituality, what catfish signifies is poverty, is struggle, due to the nature of the fish. This is a fish that is a bottom dweller in the river, a fish that eats all kind of things. The fish is a scavenger, a survivor, a struggler. If you want to say a hustler, catfish na hustler. This is a fish that eats all kind of deaths, all kind of impurities, all kind of things just to survive. A catfish is a fish that can survive, can eat almost anything. It will be fine. Okay. You see them in the mall, they are always under the riverbed. They eat in all that kind of dirty waters. A catfish will survive in any kind of polluted, dirty water. When other fishes are running and dying, you see catfish there, keeping it real, struggling, eating, making a living. And the fish will survive. Even when there is no water, it has a way of digging itself into the mud. And it's going to remain there for a long time. This is the nature of catfish. So it's a fish that we have associated with poverty and struggle. This is the main reason why lots of people do not eat it in Nigeria, because they see it as a fish that signifies poverty. Even there was a time I don't used to eat it because of this. My tribe, we have this food we forbid. There are tribes, tribal food we forbid. We forbid snake, we forbid catfish, we forbid some kind of pork and some kind of dirty meats, things that eat shit. We forbid this kind of food. But later in life, when I said that I have been able to mature to understand the significance, I see this cannot be able to affect me anymore, because I have risen to a certain level in life. I cannot be poor anymore. So sometimes I eat it. It actually tastes good, though people eat it, but it's not something that when you say you want to celebrate with people, say I want to do a birthday party, I want to do a ceremony to commemorate an event, I will go and say the meat for this ceremony is catfish. We don't use it for celebration because we know that it signifies poverty and struggle. If we want to celebrate, what we use is goats, we use ram, we use cow. These are meats that signify prosperity, signify happiness, signify plentifulness, that bring around. When you see it, you know that yes, this is something that is worth using for a celebration. The best of the best. Let's say you want to celebrate your so-called winter solstice or end rotation, the one you people call Christmas, or your own New Year. Catfish is not what you are going to use. You are going to use a very good meat. Even chicken is more better than catfish. Chicken is more better. Turkey is more better. Goat is more better. Ram especially is much better. I will use ram. So these are animals that signify prosperity, wealth, honor, dignity. Not catfish that signifies struggle, that is a bottom dweller. Not catfish is not what you want to use for celebration. Okay? If you have a dream, you're dreaming and you see yourself eating catfish is a dream, in a dream. You have to reject that dream. That is a dream of poverty. For you to see yourself eating and enjoying the meal of catfish in your dream, it means that your enemies are planning for you to suffer, for you to enjoy poverty, for you to enjoy hardship. This is the reason why a lot of people do not eat it, because they don't want to suffer. There are people that don't eat it for this very reason. In Africa, they will tell you politely, I don't eat catfish because it signifies poverty and struggle, and I don't want to be poor, I don't want to struggle. They use it to curse people. We have spell, there's a spell that we have to eating the food of poverty. If you want to escape poverty, there's a spell we do whereby we have to use catfish. You will eat it so that it signifies that you have tested poverty, so you don't need to be poor anymore, you have tested it. So it's catfish we use to prepare that food. We call it a witchcraft food, food of poverty. Okay, it's a food that is being eaten to remove causes of poverty and struggle from the life of somebody. Catfish is the meat for that food. Okay, so this is not something that you want to celebrate with person. It's not something that we see as a glorious meal. Okay, it's not something like that. So for Joe Biden to show up in the house of a black man, out of all the meat in the world, you go and buy catfish for this black man. The spiritual symbolism is that you do not wish that black man well, which naturally extend to the black race, that you don't wish us well. You want us to remain in our poverty. You don't want us to be in the same level with you. I am sure Joe Biden will have some Jewish background, and they don't eat catfish. They have lamb, they have ram, they have the best meats. Out of all the splendid meal, you go and buy catfish for the black man from a Cocado restaurant, a very local restaurant, just by the wayside, and you say, let's eat. This signifies that you don't wish that man a good thing. You don't want that person to be on the same level with you. You see that this person, you feel that for you to eat with this person, you have to bring yourself down, that this person is at the level of a catfish. This person, you see the person as a bottom dweller. I am sure Joe Biden does not eat catfish in his house. When I see videos of him whining, dining other people in the world, they don't eat catfish. Why is it when it's time for you to visit a black man, you go and buy a catfish that you want to eat with him? It means that you see the person on the level of that very animal, and you don't wish the person well. You don't want the person to be the same level with you. This is what I see. So that kind of symbolic meal for your campaign trail means that you don't have any good plan for the black people, and you don't even care. This is the way they treat black people in America. This is why I always criticize the American government. I criticize them of racism and discrimination. This is insultive. Imagine me, a rich man that I know have capacity to buy anything in the world, will not come to me. Then the thing this rich man wants to eat is with me is catfish, a meeting that will be remembered for the rest of history. Me as a black man, of conscious black man, I will respectfully refuse to eat that meal. I will tell him, I will thank you very much. I'll say, but I don't eat catfish. Even if I eat it, I'm not going to eat it with you. It's not going to be recorded that I eat this kind of thing with you. I will respectfully decline that I don't eat this. Then you ask me what do I want to eat. I will tell you what I want to eat. I will tell you I will eat ram. I will eat goat. I will eat cow. Go and get me those ones. Then you have to tell your staff to go and bring those ones for me, or you will eat your catfish alone. It's as simple as that, because it's a food that signifies poverty and struggle, and I don't want to be associated with anything like that. Okay? So for him to do this kind of thing, I don't know who is advising him, but I'm very sure he's conscious of this. Sometimes you say white people, you think they don't know spirituality. They know it. Out of all the meat in the world, is this the best you can do? Catfish for black man. You just carry and go, then you knock in door, you ask, let's eat. Then you still telling the person to vote for you. You want him to vote. You want black people to give you their votes. Then what you are giving them is catfish. Catfish. You want them to continue to be suffering. You are telling them that you people are bottom dwellers. You people are strugglers. This is what you should be. This is where you belong. This is what you should be eating. What sort of nonsense is that? This is insultive. It is degrading to the black people. Okay? I don't know what kind of black man, but I'm sure that black man is not a conscious black man. It's one of these Negropian and black people in America that will be so happy to eat anything with the president. Even physics. Oh, the president visit my house. I'm the first black man president visit to eat catfish with. I will not do that. Any big man that want to visit me, I will not eat catfish with you. I will respectfully reject it. I will tell you the thing I want to eat. It is something that will signify dignity, respect, that will bring equal class. Joe Biden does not eat catfish in his house. He does not use it to celebrate all his celebration. They know what they use to celebrate. That's the same thing that signifies prosperity, wealth, and honor. That the same thing I want to eat. Okay, and that is the same thing you should want to eat. Catfish is a curse. If somebody use it to swear for you that your life will be like this fish, that is a very bad thing. Nobody wants to be poor. Poverty is a disease. Okay, it's a sickness. It's a crime. So I don't want to do anything that will associate me with poverty. This is the plain reason why a lot of people do not eat catfish. A lot of people too do not eat snail. This is the main reason. These are meat that are not dignified. Okay? It's not dignified. So it's not something you want to go to somebody's house, then you say this is the thing you are. Is this the best you can do? You are a fucking rich man, you are a billionaire. You can eat anything in the world. You can even order a full cow, a full turkey for this black man. It will not cost you anything, but the best thing you can see is catfish from a very local restaurant. And you know this is going to be recorded. Meaning this is to show your disdain, your hatred for the black people. This is how you see them. You see them as very common, as bottom dwellers, as strugglers, as scavengers. You see them nothing more than that. This is the symbolism. This is what I take out from that meeting. Okay? This is what I take out. So it's a shame that people still see us like this. It's a shame. We need to be people of dignity. We need to raise our standard. We need to start saying no, how to say no. We need to be rejecting substandard treatments. We need to be rejecting it. When you see somebody trying to put you in a level that is not good, you must be able to say, no, thank you, sir. I don't eat this, please. This is not for me. I cannot take this. Even if I don't have money, you are a rich man. I cannot take this from you. You can do better than this. You should be able to say, speak your mind. Reject people that want to demean you. We do this, so we must start standing our grounds. Not accepting any kind of things just to be associated with the white man. To be seen with the white man. To feel that it's cool, that being by the white person, we're already made. No. This is nonsense now. This is nonsense. We should know the kind of people we have. We should respect ourselves. This is why we need to be teaching our value, integrity, our history. Be teaching things about ourselves to our people so that we have dignity and respect. A conscious person will not eat this kind of food with the president. Any conscious person that knows himself. Then you see a rich man want to visit you, then he's bringing this kind of food. And you know the person has capacity. No, I'm not going to eat poverty food with you. Not you. Even if I eat it in my house, I'm not going to still eat it. I'm not going to allow somebody to put me in this situation. If you're going to eat it with me, I want to eat the thing you are eating in your house, in your celebration. That's the same thing. What is good enough for the goose is good enough for the gander. Is it not what they say? I want that kind of thing. You need to show that you really want to raise black people out of poverty. You really want black people to be the same level with you, to share your best meal, to share your best wine with them. Many white people will never do this because they never see you as a person. They never see you as being the same level with them. How would I see you where you depend on them for everything? Where they have successfully miseducated you, where they have brainwashed you and your future generation, and you have nothing, you have no sense of awareness. You have no self-identity, you have no self-respect. How will they see you as equal and even more than them? They won't. This is why we must be teaching our history, be teaching the truth about our spirituality to our people, educating our people. We need to be empowering our people with this knowledge so that they will not be taking trash, they will not be maltreated. That man here and his friend, they will be very happy to have the president at their home, but the president just came to insult you and your whole race. But you think he came to visit you? He didn't come there to visit you. He came to use you as something to insult the black race. And you allow yourself to be insulted because you don't know yourself. President come to eat catfish in your house. Are you that poor? You should have a house of poverty. Like your house, therefore they eat catfish. Can they eat ram in your house? Can they eat goat in your house? Can they eat cow in your house? Something special? Now catfish that they eat for your house. Reason, think this thing now. Reason, you think white people don't know what they are doing? You think some of them don't know symbolism of animals? They know this stuff. They study it. They know it very well. But they hide it from you. That is why they have power over you. They study this stuff. They know what will empower you. They know what will degrade you. They know how to humiliate you while you are still laughing. You're laughing with them, but they are humiliating you. They know all these things. So that's a meeting. It's a meeting of humiliation to the black people. You didn't even talk about anything about reparations, about black rights. It's all about voting. No. We should be conscious. Okay, we should be self-aware. And we should have dignity. Dignity will only come when you have our knowledge of self and self-respect. That is the only thing that will give you dignity. When you carry yourself in a dignified way, you reject things. You don't accept any kind of thing that anybody's dishing out to you. Let people know that you have boundaries. You are not somebody that is easy to hoodwink. You need to let people know who you are, what you represent. This is what will let people respect you. Okay, so please, we need to take note of some of all these things. Catfish is a poverty fish. People eat it too. We have catfish ram, but we want to celebrate. It's not what we used to celebrate. Okay, it does not signify dignity or poverty fish. So anybody praying for you to eat catfish for the rest of your life, the person is not wishing you well. That is just as simple as it is. Okay, so this is my take on this issue of Joe Biden's catfish dinner with his black family and the spiritual symbolism of the catfish. Okay, it's not a good fish. If you see yourself eating catfish in the dream, please, as you wake up, renounce that dream. In fact, go and do serious spiritual bath and cleansing. It is a curse. Okay, it's a curse. It's not a good dream. You must not be seen to be eating that in the dream, and you must avoid it as much as possible. I eat it sometimes, but not all the time, and certainly I will never use it for any form of celebration in my life. Last time I want to celebrate, it's ram that I use. If I want to celebrate, I will use ram, I will use goat and cow and turkey. I will never use catfish to celebrate anything in my life because I don't want to celebrate poverty and struggle. I want to be associated with things that will give me glory, spiritual evolution, empowerment, happiness, prosperity. That is what I want to be continuously associated with, not downwardness. Okay, so this is the way I see it. Everybody have their own view, but this is my own view on the issue. So I hope that I've been able to make some things clear, and questions and comments are welcome. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell close to the subscribe button so you'll be the first to get my videos and write-ups. And if you want to learn African spirituality, this is where you need to be. I teach this subject Some people are saying that it's a complicated subject. It's very simple and easy to understand. I have lots of materials. Just by watching my channel alone and reading the write-ups, you're going to learn a lot of things. A lot of things. This is where the ancestors live. This is where they speak from. I am one of the mouthpiece of the ancestors in this current time now. This is what we are here to do, to realign our people, to bring them back to the right path, to give them the empowerment that they need. I have said it many times in this channel. Any spiritual practice that is not empowering you, educating you, elevating you, enlightening you, is not worth practicing, okay? There's a lot of power, wisdom here in African spirituality. We don't need to look outside to any other spiritual system. This is designed for us by us. If we only work for us, this is where you need to be. This is our last bus stop. It's easy to understand. I teach this subject. Register, join my program. You're going to be learning a lot of things that will empower you so that we can move forward and we can start rejecting useless behaviors. Okay, we should not allow anybody to put us in a box. No, we should not allow that. This is not who we are. Okay, we are kings and queens, and we are going to take back our throne. Okay, knowledge is power. Knowledge of self is absolute power. So please register for my program. My website is River of Knowledge. You can reach me out on this channel, and you'll be happy you did. It's just 6 months program. It is not expensive, and ignorance is much more expensive. So I will teach you all the things you need to know so that you can teach other people. I don't teach you to be a grandmaster. I teach you so that you will stand on your feet, okay, so that you too can help other people. This is the way we can be able to move forward as a people. Okay, so please register for my program. Then of course, if you want to read, you want to know about the interrelationship between science and spirituality, I have been able to explain it very, very well in this book that you are seeing, this book on quantum physics. This is a very, very powerful book. If you have not gotten your copy, make sure you get your copy. This is the first book written on quantum physics in the history of Nigeria. It's a very powerful book. It explains the origin of this subject in very easy, understandable terminology and ideology. This book will teach you so many things. It will transcend you. It will take you to outer space, and it will bring you back. By the time it brings you back, your mentality, everything about you have changed. This is a window to the future. Okay, this book you are looking at is a gateway of knowledge, of power that will transform you, body, spirit, and soul. So please get this book. I'm the one that wrote this book. This is part of my contribution to the advancement and development of African spirituality. It is my thesis and my dissertation. It contains all the sum of my studies. You know, when somebody go to school, at the end of the day, you're expected to write a project. This is my project work. It's my baby, and it's a very powerful book you are seeing here. So you can call it the Book of Smoke. You need to get your copy, just $50. Then if you want to know how to do spells, there's over 200 spells here. Easy spells you can do from any part of the world with lots of natural elements, natural materials. You can really do some serious work with this book you are looking here. Walking in the shadow of the gods, okay, just $100. Powerful book. I'm the one that is selling it. Nobody else is selling it. I'm not putting it anywhere. This book is a gift. It's a tool that you need. Whether you are advanced, you are beginner, you are intermediate, you need this stuff to record all these things. This is something you will give to your children. You give to as a gift items. You keep, you use for reference. We have spell for love, for prosperity, for protection, for different kind of things, for different kind of illness or body sickness, different kind of stuff. You will have this, put this knowledge inside your brain so that you don't need to be wasting money in hospitals and all that, and don't allow people to be taking advantage of you unnecessarily. This will help you a lot. So please, these 2 books are here. Then if you want to buy spiritual items, oils, stones, native chalk, and beads, meditation beads, and all kind of stuff, I have it here on this channel. Then apart from that, you want to do your spell work, love spell, hexes, packs, oracle, tarot reading, consultations. I do all these things. Of course, I charge. So please, you can patronize me. There are some funny things that some people do. My funny African brothers and sisters, they will just take my number and send me message complaining that they will ask me to help them to do free spells. Please, I do not do free work. I charge $50 for consultation. You will see somebody will contact me. They will say I spend all their money in their house, in their car, in their shop, in their life. Now they have no more money, but they want the gods to help them. When you are spending money to rent your shop, to pay for your goods, to pay everything. Now the one for the ancestors, no budget for that. You can afford to pay everybody, but no little thing for the gods. For African spirituality, you have nothing to give to us. It does not work like that. You must include us in your budgets. It means that you have no regard for African spirituality. This is one thing that is killing the practice. You think say I need a shop. You think say we need a drink water. So I will just be here talking or doing the work for anybody, then you can just come to beg. You don't value it. Then when your problem is solved, you start treating me as a beggar. No, we don't do that too. That's why those people, I ignore them and I block them. It means that you have no regard and no respect for the African spirituality. And this is exactly the way people behave in Africa. We have been made to hate it, to hate our spirituality. Nobody contributes anything to it. You go to all the shrines, it is always a deserted, dilapidated place, dirty place, because people don't care about it. The only time they care about African spirituality is when they have problem that their church cannot solve. They have tried all the reasonable means, they cannot solve it. Then they want to go to spirituality, and when they come here, they still do not want to contribute anything. Many times people will come, they will tell me their life story. They will tell me they watch my channel, they like my channel, they do this, that they have problem. I should do it for them for free. I know they work like that too. Me, I dey buy fuel for my motor. I dey run journal. I dey drink water, I dey eat. So you mean that nothing for me, but you love me so much, but you not even create budget for me. Even the $50 you no want still pay them. No, I know they work like that. The ancestors do not work. Now we be the ancestors. If you want us to work for you, you go up work for us too. If everybody be like you, I for don't die since. This is why many native doctors don't turn to criminals and hungry, don't catch many of them. We don't respect African spirituality. We don't contribute. We don't see it as important. This mentality needs to change. For those people that are coming to beg me for help, then want to make me feel guilty. Instead, they will now trying to make you feel guilty for not helping them. See, I have problem. I have nothing. I come to meet you. African spirituality cannot help me. All the things you say, you cannot even help me. It makes me hate you. When you are paying all those money, satisfying yourself, doing all the worldly things, you didn't beg them, you gave them their dues. Now you come here, you cannot give your own dues. You come here with empty hand. You don't come to the house of the kings with empty hand. Of course, I will not do anything for you. I have tried it before. These people, they have a very low, bad attitude for African spirituality. No respect. No respect. If I haven't helped you, you will not even respect me. I've done it many times. So me, I've stopped doing it. If you know so you not get budget for us, nothing, you need to come out, you need to get anything from here. I will only be here for people that we contribute so that we can advance this. When you see ancient Egypt, you see you see the statues, the carvings, you see the pyramids, you see the temples. People that build it put their energy inside. They use their resources. They use their money to do all those things we are seeing today. All those things, all those great work. Now money that they do know. People like you that have lackadaisical attitude. You think if they have this kind of attitude, you think you will see any monuments? You think you will see it like that? They take it very, very seriously. These are people that take their spirituality very, very seriously. They took everything. They took time, energy to be creating all these works. They know the importance. That's why we are seeing it today. We have no temples in Africa and West Africa. Nobody cares about it. Nobody see it as important. Say, well, let's come together. Let's contribute money. Let's build a temple. Let's build stuff. Let's build monuments. They don't do that anymore because of this kind of attitude. For even spiritualists to even survive, na problem, na hardship, na struggle, because people don't care. They don't value it. Okay? So those people that have this kind of attitude, you don't want to contribute anything to support me, to support my work, but you want me to do something free for you. It will never be possible. When you come to it's not that I'm not, when you see the volume of work with the kind of things I have put out on this channel, it's enough for you to convince you that this person is actually working. that this guy is actually putting some stuff out here, is actually doing something, is actually making effort, you dey see the work when I dey do. I be person that I am very fast to show you, you dey see am, I dey show you. Then you go look me reach ground, you still want to come to pinch me. Are you not wicked? Are you not wicked? Do you think everything in Africa is for free? I'm living in a prison country called Nigeria. We pay for everything. Nigeria is a very expensive country. Very, very expensive. And if worse, you will not even get value for your money. You know how much we buy fuel now? You know, we don't even have lights. We don't have many things, but we have to make do. Then you come here still asking me to do free work for you. If I begin to do free work for everybody, how will I want to survive? You need to think like this. You're going to want to gaslight me to make me feel guilty for not helping you. Do I look like I am a Salvation Army? Do I look like all these criminal pastors? I am not a pastor. You they see my face, kuru, they look you, my eye, they shine. You they tell me all this kind of thing they vex me. So you need to change your attitude. We need to change our attitude towards African spirituality. If you want that to work for you, you need to work for them. Okay? It's a symbiotic relationship. You go bring something, come, then I go still do my own. Now when hand wash hand, now they clean. When both hands wash each other, that is when both hands are clean. One hand washing one, the other one will not be clean. So please, let's be understanding things. Let's be using our mind. Those people asking me for free stuff, I will just be blocking until be blocking you. It does not work like that anymore. Okay, value your African spirituality, love it, support it, study it. This is how you grow. This attitude of when only way you get problem, you rush in looking for solution, that you come here, you want to force me or deceive me or guilt trip me to help you. You know they work, all those jazz they work me. You're begging and me. If you put jazz for maths, you not go work me. Okay, I be jazz man. I will tell you the thing to do. Then at the end of the day, I will block you. That you can go and tell people that I'm a wicked person. Yes, I be wicked person. I dey protect my future. I dey protect my energy. You too, you be wicked person for not seeing me in a way of not to be able to want to help me, but you want to get from me. You are also the most wicked person too, because I see you as a thief to reap where you did not sow. You don't want to support African spirituality, but you want to benefit from it. You will get nothing. Better you go back to your church. Okay? Tell your pastor that we don't do pastor work here. We do hard work here, and we use common sense here. Okay? Who not contribute, not go shop. That's so it be. Who not contribute, not go shop. Okay? So this is what I have to say today. I hope that some people will understand me and learn from this, and also see my own situation too. Right now, there's no lights here. My fuel don't finish. Okay, I'm using rechargeable to do this video, but the show must go on. People not go understand what we pass through. There's some people they say make you can't do free work for them. You not go work, okay? So now the way it be this. So apart from that, I thank you very much. Your questions and comments are welcome. Like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Then don't forget the books. Grab your copy now. Empower yourself. Okay, this explains our philosophy. I don't believe in superstition or hocus pocus. I believe in common sense and scientific approach to issues. Okay, now brain I be just man. So apart from that, I thank you very much, people that have been watching me, supporting me, understanding me. I'm so grateful. It's because of people like you I am still here. We are moving forward. A lot of things are happening. This year is going to be a very great year. I'll be doing a lot of stuff that will shock you guys. So apart from that, I'll be seeing you in the next video as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.